SMT Nation, we back. We've got a story about T-Mobile. This is from Mike Dano. Light reading. I'll link this in the description for you. T-Mobile's top tier 5G users chew through 35 gigs per month. All right, so this has to do with data consumption for T-Mobile's premium customers, those that have the relatively new plan, the Magenta Max. Some of T-Mobile's high-end customers are consuming an average of 35 gigs of data per month, according to the network executives at T-Mobile. And they did some kind of an event on Tuesday. He said, "We are seeing incredible growth in 5G data usage." This is according to Neville Ray, the president of technology at the company. He went on to say usage is way up. All right, so for those of you that have concerns about the T-Mobile network being able to keep pace and offer enough capacity to support all the usage on their network, this probably perked up your ears. It says here T-Mobile's new Magenta Max plan, it's an unlimited data plan, offers the operator's most expensive unlimited data plan. It removes high-speed usage caps. It eliminates deprioritization. There's no like soft threshold where like after 50 gigs of data, they can slow you down at moments of congestion on certain tower sites. No, this plan essentially is supposed to give you a truly unlimited data experience. It also has a tethering and hotspot data function set at 40 gigs per month, which was increased from the old premium plan it replaced, which was the Magenta Plus. AT&T removed its own usage caps as well after T-Mobile did it. So for those of you that know, like the AT&T Elite plan formerly, now it's known as the Premium plan. Uh, and then Verizon, I think, subsequently also created a plan akin to this in making adjustments to the Get More. All right, so going on to speak about some of the other points here. The estimations for 2020, most customers are using somewhere in the neighborhood of 11 gigs of data per month. Okay, so those are according to 2020 numbers. The forecast is that by 2026, customers will be using 48 gigs per data. So it may not seem like much because I'm sure there are a lot of you that watch my channel and my content that probably use 48 gigs of data or 100 or 200 or 500. You are the power user, right? The typical consumer, meaning a majority of the consumers in the marketplace, use a small fraction of this. So because of that, we sometimes kind of forget who really represents the number of users on a network. All right, so there might be 5% of customers that use 100 gigs or more. There might be 2% of customers that use 200 gigs or more. If you use more than that, you're a unique outlier. And this goes to show you that. But the reason this is important is as the number of individuals on a network increase their usage, it has a profound impact on the capacity that's available. Meaning it's not like just a couple of people that are going to hurt the network when it comes to high data usage. The real strain comes from when a large percentage of users start to increase their usage. So it's not just a couple of outliers. It's when like 50% or more, 60% or more, 70% or more of the consumers start to consume more data. That's when it really kicks in. And speaking specifically about the plan, the Magenta Max, Neville Ray said, "Our customers love this plan." And maybe that is in reference to the uptake. Maybe they're indicating something here. But specifically, I think what this particular article and this, commentary from Neville Ray and such, what it highlights is that T-Mobile's been able to upgrade their network very quickly and create capacity that they felt like they could go ahead and monetize it and offer premium access with like very little limitation and sell it and monetize that extra capacity. And this is how they're doing it. All right, 60 billion into the network over the next 5 years. T-Mobile reports that over 50% of its Magenta Max customers use a 5G phone. This probably needs to be higher. Like not having a 5G phone and having the Magenta Max plan makes no sense, right? You need access to the N41 capacity layer. That's really the best way to do it. That's their plan. That's what people should probably be looking at. But I think this begs the question, very, very simple mathematics. It's a simple calculus, right? If you've got projections saying, well, okay, you know, 35 gigs of data used on by the average consumer on Magenta Max, right? A year ago, I think it was like 31 gigs on Magenta Max when it was first like starting. So their usage is increasing. That's about a 10 to 15% increase year over year. So if we see 10 to 15% increases year over year, does T-Mobile really have what it takes when you look at their spending and their capex to create enough capacity to accommodate that growth? That's really the bottom line. And are we ever going to actually see a tangible, noticeable, scaled version of millimeter wave build out? Because when you start seeing like 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 40, 50 million people with the Magenta Max plan, there's no version of the T-Mobile network through midband alone that's going to be able to support that kind of usage. When you start seeing a 10 to 15% increase in data consumption per customer, which by the way, today they have 110 million customers. What about the fixed wireless internet that they're using on their network? What about the fact that they're also growing and they're taking share within the market in SOGA? Are we going to pretend like that's not a thing? There are legitimate concerns here. Can they keep up and pace the upgrades to support this kind of usage? Who knows? We'll see. But it is a good question to ask. Friend of the show, always on the panel on the podcast, Dennis always brings this up, and it's a valid point. Do you guys think they're able to keep up? We have heard rumblings. They have indicated they're going to decrease capex over the next few years. We'll see what happens, man. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think of the data, the numbers, the usage. Tell me what you think of the capex piece with this, how the network is today versus how it might be in the future, and what they got to do to kind of continue to support the network. Comment down below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links in the description for my Twitter, my Gmail address for business inquiries, and my Patreon page is there. Consider supporting us. Get early access to content and exclusive videos not found anywhere else. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.